Hello my friends, how are you doing over there on the other side? Hi, how's it going? I have been going through a process of reflecting about things because I realized that I got to a point where I just was constantly afraid of trying new things or doing anything at all. Most of the times I wouldn't really want to leave the house to go for a walk because I was afraid of what could possibly happen if I left the house and went for a walk. So let's just say it started getting a little bit ridiculous with my anxiety, and after writing about these things for a little bit, I realized that I really needed to change. And so for the past 2 weeks now, I think, I've been making some real changes. I've been putting myself in positions that to you might not be scary at all, but for me, were very scary to even think of, let alone do them, you know? These things include stuff like going to the mechanic by myself, asking for the things that I need to ask for my car to get proper and ready for inspection coming up, going to the library by myself, which I had never done in my 23 years of life because I was too afraid to step into the library and what could possibly happen inside of it. Well, let me describe it to you. I went there today for the first time ever, and it was the chillest experience of my whole life. I just went inside, I asked the security guard that I just wanted to read my book and where could I do it, and he just said, you can go down the stairs on the left. And damn right, that's what I did. I went down the stairs and I sat down on a little chair and I read for an hour and a half. And it was painfully easy to the point where I kind of felt like a fool. But it's great for me to feel like a fool because now I understand that I can do so much more than I thought I could. And these are basic things now. Bigger things I was way more afraid of. And I think that I've started realizing that I can leave the house. Most of the times nothing bad is going to happen. If something bad happens, I can fix it or ask for help. And you know, that's life. Things are not always going to go right, but you need to try them anyway, you know. I've been watching a lot of videos from this Brazilian YouTuber that I really love. His name is Dylan Johnny, and he makes a lot of vlogs, and in the between of his vlogs he talks about a specific topic that he wants to talk about or he's been thinking about. And I've been finding that format really interesting, and I thought to myself that maybe I could do it as well. I don't know, I want to try new things with this channel. I feel like there's not only one direction for me to go. I can take all of the different paths, and now I'm not afraid to do it anymore, and I want to start experimenting with more things because I don't want to reach the end of my life and realize that I was too afraid to do anything at all, you know, which has been the case for the past years. I've been too afraid to do simple things and hard things and all sorts of things. Even learning how to roll cigarettes, I was afraid of doing it because I thought I would never be able to and might as well not even try. And what kind of mindset is that? You know, that's not how I was raised. I was raised to experiment things and fail at things a lot of times before I succeeded them, but not give up. And most of all, try at least once or twice or 3 times or 10 times until I realize if it's something that I like to do or not. So that is what I've been doing these days. I've been really thinking about what I want to do, what I want my daily life to look like, and I want it to look a little bit exciting, like going to the library and not being afraid of going to the mechanic and getting my new car radio installed, which I can listen to CDs from now, which is super cool. For 2 years I had my car radio broken and I couldn't listen to any of my CDs, and I was too afraid of going to the mechanic shop, which was also the easiest thing ever. I just went there, we scheduled the time, I left my car there at the scheduled time, and now I have a car radio installed. I don't know if you've been feeling anything like this on the other side of the screen, you that is watching, maybe a group of people, maybe you're just by yourself watching me talk about random things. But let me tell you something, if you're very afraid of doing something, even if it's the simplest thing in the world, the only way that you are going to get over your fear of doing it is by doing it, unfortunately, which is something that I've also been discovering. After 2 years of having my car radio broken, I realized that it was never going to get fixed unless I went to the mechanic shop and I paid them to fix it, you know? very simple, but it was such a hurdle for me to jump through. And now I feel like I'm on the other side of the jump and I'm looking back at the hurdle and it just seems like a little stepping stone. But when I was on the other side of it, I was looking at it, it seemed like a biggest rock in the world and I could never jump to the other side of it. But I feel like you only get a new perspective on your past once it becomes your past, and once you try these new things and you realize that it was actually just a little pebble and not a whole wall that you had to climb. It is very windy outside, but I feel like I want to go for a walk, so let's do it.
Is your papa
O, assistem os meus examinadores.
Ah é? Não,
Sim, este gajo é que se meteu à minha filha. Mas as janelas de facto estão um tanto bonitas.